You're listening to Spiritual Minds Radio.
Are you facing a storm in your life? Some type of trial or maybe a tribulation that's testing your faith? I know I face a lot of them too. My faith has been shaken, especially in just some of them too. I can't even see or imagine an end to them. It can't be hard times in the midst of the storm. The ship is tossing and turning, ready to dump me in the violent waters, and all I can do is cry and just hold on as tight as I can. In these moments, it's when our faith in God can be shaken. Maybe we can't see the forest from the trees. All we can see is the situation right in front of us and nothing else. Our focus is on the problem only, and we're mirrored down when this worry, the stress, or the fear. What if? This can be anything from finances, our relationships, work, whatever it may be. Trials and tribulations are called what they are because it ain't easy to deal with. It can be quite a lot of anxiety in our hearts and in our minds because we're in the middle of them and don't know what to do or how long it will last. Yet, just as Jesus calmed the storm, He too can help us. He may not solve the problem outright, but He can give us the wisdom, peace, and strength to preserve. Preserving may be the hardest thing to do. We live in an on-demand society. When we want something or need something, it happens rather quickly in the worldly sense. Preserving to us is in minutes, not days, not weeks, not months, but what we want now and not later. Because this is our patience with God's timeline can be out of syncing with what we desire. We are told this in Romans chapter 12, verse 12. In the thick of the trial or tribulation, we may have to endure the storm, but storms do end and they do not last forever. And when we're sinking in the storm, God may be there to give us, lift us up, put us back on the boat so we can get through it. We just need the patience in the Lord, trusting there is a purpose for the storm and to trust Him to it. When we trust the Lord, really trust the Lord, we'll be able to endure and come out the other end with more wisdom, a better relationship with God. If we give up, we are giving up on God and His ability to help us and give us strength. And I don't think everyone wants or attempts to do this. We just get caught up in this human condition and get too focused on the problem at hand instead of the solution. We face situations and where our daily life is interrupted by some trouble. Our trust in God should not be shaken, but held just as strong as during the blessed times. Some tend to fall into this trap that they are being punished by God or set aside by Him. This is far from the truth, and God is right there next to us, standing tall with us, sometimes carrying us through the moments of our life when we feel that we're being choked out by a bad situation. Trusting in Him is the key to preserving through the troubled times and the seasons of our lives. Some face the minor troubles and some troubles, enduring troubles in the last months and years, and are the ones who are facing the minor troubles better Christians than those who face longer trials and tribulations? No, of course not. We're given the measure we can handle. We have to find through our own trials and that we endure more and more of them. My trust in God has grown with each one, the same as everyone. See, trials present an opportunity for us to grow in a relationship with the Lord, and when we're facing some of these troubles in life, we can get tuck and tail and then run, or we can just trust God now. With time and trust in God, our patience is to endure and grows, and what we can't bear a season ago is now bearable because we know God in the midst of the storm. And as He calms it during the storms of this life, we learn and we gain, and with wisdom with the gain, we increase in our relationship with Christ. Our limits are tested. We discover that with God our limits are to endure pretty far when we are saved. Our endurance was now. But for me, I see storms as a test to check my status or my standing with God. It's not like I welcome the desire these storms, it's not at all. But when we come through them, we have developed this mindset to see them as tests to standing with God. Who do I turn to first? Where do I seek the answers to deal with it first? What is my perspective in the midst of it, especially in the pinnacle of the trial? I tell you, for me, I do fail. I fell a lot, but not like I did before. I may have to pity party or seek advice from the world, but when I do this before, I used to dwell on it. Now, those times when I do turn at first to other than God's solutions, I quickly turn right back to God. And when I do this, I do it speedily, quickly. I'm not demanding commanding him to fix things, but I praise him first and foremost, and then ask for strength and the wisdom to address the problems at hand. With this, I learned patience to let things work out and to let God help me deal with them in his timeline, not mine. And when I do this, I gain a sense of peace and calmness. I can't, but I will have before I was saved during these troubles. You see, for you, your relationship with God, it may be similar to mine or completely different based on your individual relationship with him. Regardless, having God involved in an active storm or paramount is getting through them. And when we face storms in our lives, we can get through them with God. Just as Jesus calmed the waters and the winds, he too can calm us. So we can be confronted or confident that he is in control and not us, with the end result of reaching the other side, both in this world of peace and comfort and in the terms of eternity. When we trust God and have patience, all things will work out for us for the better. And even if you can't see this in the moment, just know to trust God in this moment.